All right, welcome to another episode of Boomer versus Zoomer. We got some fresh faces in-house today. If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm ConnorEatsPants. I'm a streamer, influencer, gamer. I'm famous.
Yeah, he is. He really is. And we've got...
Hey, I'm Adrian. I work on Juvee. I'm the Juvee Guy. I do all the socials for Juvee, and I'm also the world's smallest creator. That's what I'm going to call
Not true, man. I'm in the running this year, unfortunately.
No, I think I got you beat.
Nope.
Honestly.
5'5" with these Crocs off, man. Watch out. I'm
Ooh.
smallest creator out here.
No, I don't... Yeah, 5'5" with Crocs off. I think that's a respectable height.
I think it's pretty respectable.
Well, it's
That's pretty
respectable,
good.
but
Yeah.
I still get the award.
I like it.
Okay, well, I will happily congratulate you.
Thank
when
you, man.
win.
This is why I love Adrian. I love Juvee.
Yeah. Connor tells me every single day. I can check the Juvee DMs, and it's just like, Connor, I love Juvee.
It's like, please give me drinks. Send them to my address.
Yeah. No, that's how it works around here.
Yeah.
I
basically
actually had
just
an
let him-
issue. I had an issue, actually.
Oh, yeah,
But
what
it's
was
not
it?
even his fault. I ordered, well, he sent me the blue Juvee, and it was like right when it came out, I was moving from Austin. So he sent me like 3 cases of it to my place in Austin, but I didn't tell them that I was moving because I didn't want to I don't know. Sometimes I just don't say things because I'm anxious and I don't want to message people. So I was like, okay, I'll just solve this problem once it's a problem. And then it was a problem. I'm like, oh, I need to move. And now I have this Juvee and I didn't pack it in my pod to move my furniture. And so I had to go on my way to the airport and not miss the flight. I had to bring the Juvee in its box to the UPS store. I'm like, I need to ship this.
You could have just told me. I would have given you
Well, right.
more.
So then I ran into the issue, right? So now I'm like, okay, I need to ship this to Los Angeles. Like, why are you shipping all this liquid? I'm like, can I not ship liquid? And the lady's like, I don't know. I'm like, you're the UPS lady. And she's like, she goes back in the bag. She's like, okay, it's fine. I'm like, okay, cool. And then it spent like $200 to ship it.
Oh, yeah. I realized shipping is incredibly expensive unless you,
Yes.
I think, work for a company or a business, something like that. Or
Yeah.
even then, it's really expensive. But doing it personally is expensive.
Yeah.
I remember I wanted to ship a box to. Okay, so I had a whale who donated a lot to me last year, and I promised I would ship him a copy of Pokémon Violet, right?
Oh.
And I wanted to ship it to him in a small box,
Mhm.
and because I didn't want to get all fucked up and shit.
Yeah.
Of course.
I get there, the box is I don't know, 6 inches by 8 or something like that. It's pretty small. She's like, okay, it's gonna cost you about $240 to ship this on top of import fees, and I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, what? And she was like,
Wow.
it's because of the dimensions of the box. If you want to pack it into a sleeve instead, it'll be $100 instead. And I'm just like, put that shit in the fucking sleeve. I don't like that guy that much. So yeah, so I didn't realize how expensive shipping shit was.
That's crazy.
yeah,
it's
that
actually
for a
insane.
game that game was ass too, and you shipped that for that much money.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to defend Pokemon Violet a little bit here. This is my whole thing. I played it while I was on vacation, so I played it on handheld mode,
Okay.
and I actually had a pretty smooth experience with it, and I enjoyed my time.
Okay, did
That's
you
fair.
play it? Was it the game on did you have the actual cartridge or did
Yeah.
you? Okay, that's probably why, I think.
I heard the digital version was kind of not.
I heard the digital version, if it was saved to the SD card as
Yeah.
opposed to internal memory, was exceptionally janky, which is how I played.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
But that game was pretty bad.
Yeah, they do a challenge over at the Pokemon Company to see can they find the most unaware designers possible to make each game. And each game they really up themselves.
Okay, for what it's worth though, I hate it because I feel like I'm rewarding. That Juvee.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're
I
good.
was I need this Juvee immediately.
Part of his contract.
It is part of
Let
my
him do his
contract.
thing.
I legally have to have this on my hand the entire time.
He's doing
I
great.
took an espresso shot. Oh, okay. I had a Coke Zero for lunch. And then I had an espresso shot when I came in. And then I'm drinking a blue Juvee right now. So I think overall that's oh, fucking shit. Okay, now
How-
that's
He
embarrassing.
didn't
How
put his phone on silent for his
embarrassing.
podcast.
No, now you have to answer it and
Wait,
talk
okay.
on the podcast.
Hold on. This is really embarrassing, but to be fair, okay, I have no defense for this. I should have had my phone on silent. But so I have a what's it called? A call box at my complex I live in.
Yeah.
And if I ever do deliveries, I need to let them in and then let them in again. So they call my phone twice in order to deliver my food. I'm not even home right now.
And
So
you're
I'm
getting
pretty sure
food?
this is for my roommate. So but then I recognize the number, so obviously I have to let them in, otherwise, shit's gonna go badly. Anyway, I don't know if any of this is gonna make the podcast. Whatever.
This is for the boomer portion of the podcast.
Yeah,
People that care about that.
actually,
Well,
what the fuck?
you do have a fine defense. It is your show.
That is fair.
True.
That is
true.
fair. I mean, technically, I think it's Matt's show. If I look at the real fine print of it somewhere, I don't know, maybe. But sorry, I'm like
I kind of like
coked up
the
on like
idea.
600 milligrams of caffeine right now. I'm pretty sure.
I like the idea of like him not approving of your running of Boomer versus Zoomer, and then he now is the host.
Yeah,
Now
like
it's
he just
Nate Shot
replaces
Show.
me one day. I could see it.
We should just like just put them like right there.
Yeah.
How
We
much
could do that,
caffeine
right?
is in this?
127.5 milligrams. We like to say 128 milligrams caffeine.
How much is in like an espresso shot?
Espresso shot is roughly, I want to say like 60 to 70.
Oh shit! How much is in a Coke?
Like far less than that.
Okay, so I way overestimated how much caffeine I have. I have probably like 250 milligrams of caffeine.
Depends on like how fast you had it and what your like tolerance is to caffeine, right? And then also the FDA like recommended limit is 400 milligrams per day.
Oh, so I'm chilling. I could have like another
That's awesome.
100 to 200 before I really start to die.
Yeah, medically you are.
Shout out to the
Just-
FDA. You
Yeah.
can have more than one Juvee a day.
Love those guys. And that's why we made Juvee, the caffeine limit that it is, so that you can have more than one a day. And that's why we have this fridge. Actually, I brought this fridge in by myself, with no help. It was
Wow.
all me.
Credit to you. That's great.
Looking in the back.
I would have helped you if you asked.
No, I would never ask anything of you, ever.
That sounds weird. It makes it sound like I'm incapable of helping. The way you phrased that was like,
same here,
I would
Adrian.
never fucking ask you to do anything. You fuck up.
How
you know?
dare you?
I also would never ask Peter for anything.
What's going on right now? Why did I invite these guys? What the fuck is this shit?
Welcome to my podcast, guys. Today we're going to have Adrian on. We have a guest, Peter.
Thank you so much.
That's fair.
Connor, I love this podcast that you and I do every single week.
What the
Thank you,
fuck
man.
is this?
This is
They're
so great.
hijacking it.
Thank you, man.
You tell them to stop.
We already
them to stop.
we already started rolling.
What
I
the
can't.
fuck?
It's
I went to your
it's in your
YouTube channel
hands.
before this. I
God.
wanted to like see the show. I'd never seen it before. I was like, okay, what does Peter do on the show? And I looked by recent. I didn't see too much. I clicked most popular, like on the channel, and it was all like Vinnie Hacker dating rumors.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's the deal with that?
So, I mean, Vinnie Hacker is like the world's hottest 19-year-old, which is a weird sentence for me to say out loud.
Leave that to the Zoomers, man. Come on.
To be fair, I saw a really good Twitter thread recently where there was a guy, like some anonymous shithead on Twitter, who posted like, I think it was like some TikTok feed for like a female influencer. And he said, man, it's so easy being a woman, you know? And then someone like quote retweeted that guy and she posted Vinnie Hacker's TikTok feed. And God fucking damn it.
I'm so interested and invested in this story that you're about
invested
to tell.
God damn it. Okay. I don't know if you could do like a fast cut, but like I really need to get my roommate his food. Okay. So,
You're so caring, first of all.
I do
good
care.
guy.
I do care. Danny, you're probably never going to listen to this because you don't listen to podcasts, but I let you get your food. Just know that whichever camera I have to look at to address this. So yeah, like someone quote retweeted him and was like, "Oh, maybe you're just ugly," because that person like showed Vinny's TikTok reel and he had like millions more views than the person that the original tweeter posted about. So okay? I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Maybe it's an emergency. Adrian, this is our show now.
This is our show now.
I'll finish the story.
Yeah, no, please.
So basically, some guy quote retweeted something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. Peter didn't approve.
You know, that's like, first of all, classic Peter for not approving anything.
Yeah.
But second, yeah, Vinny, love that guy. That's what I'm going to say.
He is cool. I will say, I met Vinny last year. We had a great time.
He's actually,
Super chill.
he's so funny.
He's really funny.
He's
yeah.
so funny. So we did, I don't mean to plug Juvee, but like,
Don't
so
worry,
we
you
did-
haven't done that so far.
Yeah, so we did this like whole Juvee like ad for Blue Raspberry when it came out with Matt and Vinny just like ran with it, and he's like the funniest guy ever, and he's so chill.
Honestly, I should have just got that guy on the pod. Fuck you guys.
That's right. You really should have.
First of all, I just said that you're so caring, and second of all, I'm like gassing Vinny up, and third of all, that's kind of hurtful.
You literally just said that you would never ask me to help you in a
I
very
didn't ask
aggressive
anything
tone.
of you though.
That's fucked up.
What?
That's fucked up.
What do you mean?
That's fucked up. You're fucked.
what?
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Mostly. I don't know. I did. Okay. So Connor, I'm going to be honest. I did look you up on like a SMP wiki page.
Oh, like one of the Minecraft?
Yeah, I
wikis?
think so. I think it
haven't
was one
checked
of
those
those.
in a minute.
Yeah. And there was like a fun fact that says something along the lines of you caused some sort of meltdown in like the Oval Office or like the White House.
Oh, that's a real life story.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. So in 8th grade, we went on a field trip to Washington, D.C. And So basically, we were like outside the front gate of the White House. There's like a little walkway there, and we're just taking photos. We're out there for maybe 20 minutes. And then I'm sitting with friends, and I had my backpack, and then other group of friends is like calling us over to go talk about something in like a different friend group circle. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I just leave my backpack and walk over. And then after about 10 minutes, like the girl I had a crush on at the time comes over and talks to me. I was like, oh my God, she's coming to talk. This is awesome. Like, I'm like, hey, what's up? She goes, Connor, the Secret Service wants to speak to you. I was like, oh, okay,
Why?
awesome. This is cool. So I walk over and these two guys come and talk to me, and I can tell like this is supposed to be a bigger deal than like it is. They know I'm not doing anything, so they're like, okay, like you can't just leave your backpack on the White House gate. Like we had the lockdown, like the perimeter. People were very concerned about the bag. You're not getting in trouble today, but like it's fine. And like, are you? They're like trying to like make it seem like it's like they're trying to calm me down when really I just didn't understand what the issue was. And so I'm just like, okay. And they're like, are you good? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. And like they wanted me more upset about it than I was. And I'm like, no, it's chill. Like, sorry, I put my backpack. There's nothing in it. Like you look through it, nothing matters. And they're like, started getting annoyed. They were like, no, you should be like distraught over this or something. And I'm like, no, I guess it's whatever. Of course, they didn't say that, but they were implying it. And then as I'm walking away, they're just like, they started talking to my teacher, and my teacher ended up getting mad at me too. And then I had to sit inside the rest of that day. Yeah.
It's just like really funny because like the adults are like, yo, it's like no big deal, but don't do this again. Like this, there's a security issue. And you're like, yeah, okay. And you're like, okay. So it's kind of a big deal, actually.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have fucking done this.
They wanted me to like learn a lesson, and I just didn't care because I'm like, I wasn't gonna do anything. What do you want?
They wanted you to like fall to your knees and like cry and be like, I'm so sorry. I
Exactly.
fucked up.
Yeah.
They wanted you to pledge allegiance to the flag, like right there.
They did.
In front of them.
They did.
Show that you actually love and care about America, you fucking fraud.
Of course I do, man. This should be a political show, Boomer versus Zoomer. You debate politics.
I do have friends so basically this whole podcast is kind of like it is one big scam for me to bring my friends on and just talk to them and get paid to do it.
Right.
Wait, does that mean I'm your friend?
So
no, you're the Juvee guy. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, like I had thoughts about you guys until this podcast started happening, and we might have to like maybe postpone the release of this specific podcast until a later time. But it was funny because my friends would always be really fucking nervous coming on. I was like, are we debating like really hot topics or like politics or anything like that? Because like I don't really know how to talk about those things. I was like, no, usually we just talk about like sex toys and shit. Like, I don't know, just random stuff,
Oh, awesome.
Just like whatever you
Cool.
guys really want to talk about. So like,
Chill.
yeah, I just feel that
So chill.
there is an influx of podcasts overall, for sure. I think everyone could agree upon that. Every Joe Schmo wants to do a podcast, including myself. I'm not going to say like I'm above anyone else. I am a Joe Schmo doing a podcast. But there has been, I feel like, an influx of macho man alpha masculinity podcasts.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
I see a lot of those clips on like my feed for some reason.
Yeah.
And like I'm just like not interested in that shit. But I think the podcasts themselves are actually more popular than I would hope that they would be, honestly.
It's an infinite money glitch if like you're like a white guy talking about supplements, and then like you're like slightly leaning right wing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's like all about like how you can, it's like, how do you get rich quick?
Very
and then
easy.
Cryptocurrency.
drop shipping, actually.
Wake up at 5
Dropshipping
a.m.
too,
Yeah. I think
Some of those podcasts, you mush all those together, and that's where the real money is.
Yeah, no. So like a lot of these podcast hosts really do look like an AI amalgamation of like the most generic looking white dude you've ever seen. And then you find out that they're like 19 years old. I'm like, what the fuck do you know about anything? What? Like, how do you know the secrets, the keys to life when you barely just graduated high school? I don't understand it.
Because they wake up at 5 a.m., obviously.
I would never. I would rather
Yeah.
be unsuccessful the rest of my life if it meant that like I wouldn't have to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I woke up at 8 a.m. every day for like 8 months to play Among Us, and that was like some of the worst. Like I probably suffered the most health issues during that period of time than I ever did like otherwise. So
Yeah.
would never again. Among Us, not even once.
Classic Among Us.
I
Yeah.
did a bit of Among Us in my time. I didn't
Yeah.
do as much as others, but I dabbled.
Yeah. Do you have like a main game you stream, or are you more like variety?
Lately, a lot of Overwatch because I'm like addicted to that game.
Oh really?
But mainly variety when like I'm doing what I should do.
Okay.
When I'd rather like just play a game and like kill my career, I play Overwatch is what I usually do. Yeah.
Dude, okay, I will say that is like one of the really painful things about streaming for me is that there are certain games that I just genuinely really want to play just for myself, but then I know that my audience wouldn't like it, or like it's just not like a good fun game to stream. Like it's way more fun to play than it is to watch.
Yeah.
So
that's the same with like any new story game that comes out. Like why are you gonna watch me play 18 hours of God of War when like you could play it yourself, or like if you miss like the first 6 hours of my playthrough, like now you can't even watch the rest of the stream. Like, there's no reason. So I just don't do that.
I still like doing it just because like people like my way of being really fucking bad at literally every game that I play. But
that's my niche too.
Yeah, but like there are games like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't like watching MMO streams. You know, unless you are like genuinely
unless
very
you're
good
like an
at,
MMO guy.
Yeah.
Or you're really good at just chatting, like Asmongold. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I would argue that sometimes like Asmon streams are more just chatting than it is actually WoW. Like,
yeah,
you know, which I think is a good thing, honestly. Sometimes when I watch like World of Warcraft streams, like if it's not like my friends that are playing, like I just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's so much shit. There's so many buttons. I don't know what any of this shit does. Like half the time, that's my experience when I'm playing the fucking game. You know what I mean? So
the most awesome like weird crossover last year was Asmongold like pivoting to like being an Amber Heard trial watcher.
Oh yeah,
and like getting a bunch of like white moms that really wanted to engage with his content and to watch his clips. That was funny because now you had like a WoW audience of like neckbeards and then like white moms that were coming together to enjoy Asmongold.
That's why I like wonder what Moist Critical's like Charlie's like
he's got
breakdown is.
He's got everybody.
He's got everyone, right?
That's why his Twitch chat is so like ridiculous. Like people say it's bad, but I think it's awesome because it's just like the public square of people coming together to just say insane things.
Yeah.
Like you'll have a guy that's just like really like awful in one corner, and the guy's calling it out. The other guy's like, "Who is Charlie?" And the guy, like, people are just confused in the chat. It's great.
No.
That's the dream. That's the goal, is to get to that spot.
I love it, like because I love that his YouTube is like I think Penguin Z0, and then his Twitch is Moist Critical, and like his real name's Charlie. So he has so many fucking different handles he goes by, and like he does so many different forms of content. Like he streams, but he also like covers like the news in his own way. But then he fucking doesn't he do like videos of his own like wrestling? I think he
started doing
he does like wrestling videos, right? Like he is the wrestler
and music too, right? Like.
Yeah, and he's also like in a band, I think.
Yeah, he's a band with his friend.
And he also does like food reviews, like best. Like I remember him and his friend like ranked pizza.
Yeah,
and it's just like I can't imagine someone having a more diverse audience than him. Yeah, you know. So
that's what I like. I like the idea of just like doing whatever. Yeah, like I'm just putting out whatever I want to do.
Yeah. That is nice. I feel like when you are not a slave to the numbers, you pretty much can do that. But like, it's kind of hard to just like ignore the numbers completely. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure.
For like, so I enjoy streams the most, not based on like how many viewers I have, but more like how active my chat is, if that makes sense. So like if I had like, I don't know, thousands upon thousands of viewers, but then like my chat was like fucking dead. Or like the one comment in my chat would be, "Why is chat so dead today?" Like that's the fucking worst. That is my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if you have like less viewers than normal, but then like it's just like a constant flow of people talking, like that is like my comfort zone.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I've tested like different games and realized that there are certain things that just engage the audience more, and there are certain things that don't.
Yeah.
For example, when I play Valorant, my chat does not give a fuck when I play Valorant.
Valorant's a rough game if you like playing any like. Because a lot of times I think you with Valorant, you're streaming with other people a lot of time, playing with others. Anytime I'm collabing with other people, it makes streaming completely different. Because like now I'm not talking to my chat as much. I'm having to worry about other people and stuff. That's why I do a lot of stuff by myself. Or like if I do collab stuff, I don't stream it. Because I just like streaming and having my chat, and like that's my corner.
Do you ever get FOMO though?
Kind of. I mean, like if people are doing stuff and like I wasn't invited to share, I mean that can happen, but I just try to be smart about how I collab, I guess is how I always think of it. Because if I'm collabing too much, then people aren't there for me. They're here for maybe other people.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it is like a tricky situation. I feel like there's like obviously pros and cons for both, but I just love playing with games with my friends.
Yeah.
That is like when I'm at my happiest for sure. But like I definitely feel like that situation where it's just kind of like I'm not really able to control necessarily like my output as much, and I am kind of like more focused on just like the interactions with other content creators.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you're playing with. Like, if it's a group of people you're always collabing with and stuff, I think it's a bit different.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm doing something with somebody a bit larger than me, usually, then I find it that I won't stream it myself always. And maybe I should sometimes to try to like get numbers or whatever. But I think it makes for better content on that person's end when I'm focused on what their audience is watching rather than mine.
Yeah, I see what you mean as well. Like there are times where I'll be invited to like a group collab thing, and I'll just be like, I don't really feel like streaming this. I'm just gonna like focus on like just having fun in the moment as opposed to like actually streaming it. Yeah. Adrian, as the so-called smallest content creator here, I know like I find your stuff the most organically on like my TikTok feed. Would you say that is like where you like output the most?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I really like took it upon myself to like learn TikTok as a career path for me, since like I've been doing social media work I'm like in my 8th year of like working in social media. And when TikTok was really gaining popularity, I was like, I need to learn this, not only like for my job, but also it's like, I want to see like what it's like. And then I steadily just like grew a pretty decent like community and just like kept going.
Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. I remember the TikToks I see the most are like kind of like gaming news.
Yeah.
Like, how do you source your news typically, would you say?
Oh my God. So many people ask me like all the time, like, where do you get your news from? And I hate to reveal my secret, but literally what I do is I go to Reddit/games. I scroll, because I do like weekly content. So I scroll back 7 days and then I just like will read up, and I'm just like
redact this. Okay, we're moving.
Everyone's gonna do my content now. No, I don't really care. It's not like any secret. I mean, like if I was more proactive about it, I'd be like writing the scripts and like getting ahead of myself like every single day. But you know, I'm working like a full-time job, so I don't necessarily have the time to do all of that. And so like the weekends are just like, you know, let's do this, and it takes maybe like an hour and a half to like do the whole thing from beginning to end of like scripts and everything. But yeah, I mean, I love video games. I love just like talking about them. It's like my favorite thing to do.
I do sometimes make jokes where like if I were to retire from streaming and want like passive income, I would just find like the next big game.
Yeah.
And just scrape all the clips, like top clips from like the last 7 days, and just do like a super compilation on YouTube, and just like hire like a really good editor and just like put it together, and just like, because I know there's like a Valorant person who does that. Jarso. Yeah, Jarso does that. And I'm like, holy shit, I should just get the best robot clips of the last, like just do it weekly and just like pump those things out, man.
That's like how they write Dexterto articles. They just
do
Dexterto.
Oh my. Okay, bro. The most popular Dexterto article, or quote unquote article they have of me, is me forgetting to order a burrito. So what happened was I was like,
really pressing journalism.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. But it got like 10,000 likes. Okay. Something like that. Okay, so the whole clip is this. Essentially what happened was also, 100 Thieves clowned on me for this, you fucking bastards.
This was JHB, I will say.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of that guy. I swear to God, I'll do it.
I know for a fact
this was JHB.
Listen, I was streaming. I was hungry. I was trying to order 2 burritos, okay, with some complimentary salsa. I noticed that my cart already had like orders in it, so I like deleted some of them and then went through with my order. What ended up happening was I deleted the burritos from the order instead of the complimentary salsa from the order, which was, I think, from like the previous time I wanted to order from there or something. So what ended up happening was I only ordered 2 orders of complimentary salsa, which came with an order of complimentary salsa. And all of those things, the complimentary salsa, like as it says, is free because it's complimentary. So I paid like $11 after tax and tip and like delivery fees to get 3 orders of salsa. So I showed my chat that I got that, and Dexterto like fucking wrote an article, posted a tweet, and did a TikTok about it.
Yep.
All about like how I fucking forgot to order burritos with my salsa.
That's 360 degrees of coverage right there.
Yep.
And do you know what's crazy is I actually got a fuck ton of hate for that.
Yeah.
That's like the most silliest thing to get like hate for.
It was like, they were like, this just shows that streamers are fucking absurdly rich, that they don't even check their food orders when they order it. These guys are fucking stupidly rich to the point where like they don't even care about this shit. Stop fucking donating to streamers. These guys are dumbasses.
That's real as hell.
I mean, the thing is like, he's not wrong on any of those counts where like, you know, we are fucking stupid and wasteful or whatever. But I just like, it was just crazy to me that like such a simple mistake spiraled into like actual fucking internet hate for me. I was just like, that's crazy.
I was ready. I was in the trenches, like arguing against Peter too. I was like, yeah, fuck this guy. By the way,
You're on your second account,
I was ready.
like just like commenting on the
actually,
Dexterto.
literally, when he was on, you were at the Valorant Championship, whatever. You were on Tarik's stream.
Yeah.
Like the second you were on the stream, I just typed in chat. I just typed L Peter. I was like, L Peter, I hate this guy. And immediately people started saying L Peter. I was like, oh, there's a mistake. People were joining. They're like, yeah, no, who is this? L Peter. I was like, uh-oh.
He was the fucking guy that started that.
I was the instigator.
Okay, to be fair though, I think that would have happened regardless of whether like you were there or not. Dude, so Tarik is like incredible streamer, one of the faces of Valorant. And like when you go to like when any large Valorant event happens and he gets a co-stream, oftentimes he gets more viewers than the actual like Valorant stream, the main stream. But what ends up happening is like he catches a lot of like just like the like general Valorant viewers that just fucking hate everyone for some goddamn reason. So whenever
they play
like
Valorant.
Yeah, so whenever like he streamed and had like and he had like people like on the couch with him that were not like fucking esports pros or like Valorant pros, they would always be like, "L, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy?" Or you'll get the occasional like, "Oh, this girl's hot. What's her at?" or some shit like that. But like the comments are just like fucking terrible. So I just have to lean into it, you know what I mean? But fuck you for that, by the way, you bastard.
I believe that's like going to be me. Like, I'm always worried. I've always kind of like had like the dream / nightmare that like if I were to ever be asked to be on a podcast, people would be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then also they would say that he sounds like Kermit the Frog, which is my.
That's pretty good.
You sound like Kermit the Frog.
I kind of hear it now.
Oh, man, I don't know. I did not wish this.
I mean, I kind of hear it, but only because you pointed it out. I never would have. Never would have got that. I was gonna say you kind of remind me of Adrian Brody.
I feel like you've told me this before.
Like if you shaved, I feel like you would have reminded me of like Adrian Brody, like a little bit.
You know what? I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that as a compliment. He has an Academy Award, I believe.
The pianist.
The pianist? I think so. Yeah.
The what?
The pianist. It's such a fun word to say, by the way.
Pianist. He plays the piano very well. Well,
I think it's like a Holocaust movie.
For the past like 30 seconds, I didn't know your last name, and I just knew Adrian. I was like, oh, like, oh.
I knew your last name, but I don't remember now.
Should I dox myself?
No, you don't need to. But the point was, like, you said that. I thought the joke was that he looks like himself.
Oh!
And I was like,
the actor Adrian Brody, who's also in the wait, what else was he in?
That's it.
Other movies.
That one.
He was in that new Predator movie.
Yeah, he was in that movie.
I forget what else he was in though.
Take a look. He was in The Pianist. Yeah, we got that.
He's in
The Village.
Was he in The Village? He was in The Village?
Apparently, that's what
he was in The Village. Yeah, and M. Night Shyamalan's The Village.
Darjeeling Limited.
Darjeeling Unlimited.
I don't watch horror movies.
Limited.
Avoid them.
I don't know if The Village is technically. Is it a horror movie or is it like a psychological thriller?
Suspense.
That's like a wolf in sheep's clothing when it's a psychological thriller. That'll screw me up even more.
Well, like half of all Korean movies are labeled psychological thrillers will like ruin your life a little bit if you watch them.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I watched the movie I Saw the Devil in middle school.
Oh.
And that was I would not recommend that. Great film. It's horrifically traumatizing though.
Yeah.
Wait. I just realized that there's a burning question I want to ask both of you, but like I have no idea how old either of you are. And there's like I feel like I got one hint from Sam, the bald Juvee man.
Yes.
Told me that you were the Zoomer. So I was like, wait, what the fuck? You're a Zoomer?
I think I'm a Zoomer in terms of like the Juvee team, and we were just talking about this before we started the podcast. I feel like in terms of like gamer age, I'm like boomer gamer age.
Oh, okay. So based off that, I'm going to guess your age.
Okay.
25.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're older.
Yeah.
28.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay.
You got it in two.
Okay, you were about the age that I thought you'd be. But Sam calling you the Zoomer, I was just like, what the fuck? Or are you like 21 or something? Like what?
Well, you have to understand, I love the Juvee team. I am the youngest person on the Juvee team.
Damn.
100%.
Damn.
Yeah.
You have a kind of a boomer squad up there, huh? A little bit, but
I mean that in like the most beautiful way.
The nicest way possible.
Because they are so smart and so great at what they do. And then you're
really trying to protect your job here.
So badly.
God, don't worry about it. I'll sing your praises later. Wait, Connor.
What's up? You guessing my age?
I'm trying to think.
You're like really like.
I want to say you are older than you look.
I get that, yeah.
But like you could pass as like 21, 22 to me.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing you were older than.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 24.
Can I guess as
Go
well?
for it.
Oh, I was gonna say 24, but now Connor shook his head no. I'm gonna say 25.
I'm 23.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I overshot it because I thought like
That was an exaggerated whoa. You're not really that surprised. Like I was like in the ballpark. It's like, oh,
Well, no, because I was thinking, I was a little bit like over.
It actually makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. But like, I think I was looking at like your stubble. I was just like admiring.
Oh,
and
thank
I was
you.
like,
Thank you.
definitely like older than
Shaved
20.
today.
you're
actually.
definitely youthful looking.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What's your skincare routine?
I have a moisturizer.
nice.
I
Nice.
put that on my face.
Wear sunscreen.
No, I get told to by like the people that I buy the moisturizer from.
You're really supposed to. I heard like
Yeah.
sunscreen is more important than anything else.
I think that's like they have to be sponsored or something.
Okay, so the thing that convinced me that sunscreen is really important is, have you seen that photo? I think I bring this up like 3 or 4 times a year, like, and in this podcast alone, I think I've mentioned it a lot. But
Yeah,
like,
Peter and his sunscreen story. Here we go.
dude,
Yeah.
okay, I'm
That's the
sorry.
Dexterto article.
There is a photo of on Google of like a career trucker where sun only hits the left side of their face because they're just sitting in a
They're
truck all
grabbing
day,
I see where this
and
is
their
going.
the left side of their face is significantly more like aged than the right side. It's like
That's wild.
it's actually like terrifying in a way.
That's like one of those fake articles that's like at the bottom of a news page where like they don't need to click on it. They're like, what happened to them?
Yeah. And it's just like shows
And you
like,
fell
the
for it
half
because you're the
day.
boomer. I'm boomer versus zoomer.
God damn,
It's not real.
it is real.
Nope.
Come on,
I don't believe
you don't
it.
believe me?
Until
I believe-
Dexterto reports on it. It's not
Yeah,
real.
that's actually my number one news source. I
Yep.
agree.
Dexterto and the Murdoch family.
Yeah, how much is?
cycle.
Oh my god,
Those are the only places I trust.
you fucking bastard! You have just like dropped the credibility of this podcast by a lot, and we didn't have a lot to begin with. I'm gonna be honest with you. Dude, we should bring on the Dexterto people onto this podcast so I can beat the shit out. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Kidding.
Whoa.
Kidding.
Whoa.
Kidding. Whoa! I never
Whoa.
said that.
That's a good article.
We might have to roll that one back a little bit.
Probably threats of violence or.
I mean, they're it's God, those. I will say, I just don't like culture vultures. I don't like people whose job it is to just only cover controversy. It just feels a little slimy to me, especially when they don't have like a. It's like, oh, I just like report the news. I don't like to put like a spin on it. I'm just like, okay, so these people are blatantly misogynistic and showing it, and you are not willing to like.
At the very least, like some of the articles are playing into the misogynistic crowd to get clicks.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
So, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I have like some, I don't want to say like evidence, but like I used to work at Buzzfeed. That's like,
Ooh.
Oh, you
Yeah.
used to work at Buzzfeed?
yeah,
Okay.
I was there for a very long time. A lot of great people that work there, but like, I think what I'm seeing from a lot of like this, Dextertos of the world, and I don't want to discredit like anyone that works there. I'm sure there's a lot of great people that do work there.
Okay, it's okay. Connor's got you on that front.
Right.
Okay. But
Right.
yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I know what it's like to be pressured for like the clicks and stuff and be pressured for all that,
Do you have any crazy stories from BuzzFeed? Like, I know that Will Neff, I worked there. Like,
Yes.
he had his own horror stories.
I don't think I have had like too many wild like stories that are like bad in any way. I have like ridiculous things. Not like ridiculous, but like I had a run-in with Seth Rogen, and that was interesting.
Oh my God,
Wow.
Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong himself.
He was
That's
Donkey
fucking
Kong.
dope.
And Rosamund Pike, I think, was my favorite like run-in.
Gonna be honest, I'm not sure who that is.
Gone Girl?
Yeah.
The author of Gone Girl?
No, the actress in the movie Gone Girl.
The Gone Girl.
The girl who was gone.
Girl. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
I think you should
Pretty
watch
good.
it.
Should I watch it?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
got-
That's the one with Ben Affleck, right?
Yeah, Benny
Yeah.
Affleck.
Benny
as
Affleck
I like to
himself.
call him. Yeah.
I saw a Ben Affleck movie recently that reminded me of Gone Girl, but like a lot more depressing and kind of funny in the wrong way. Was The Way Back?
The way.
It's
Oh,
a movie about like his like son dies of cancer or something, and he's just like
Spoilers.
depressed. Well, it's like the start.
Okay.
He's like depressed in the movie the whole time, and like his marriage is falling apart, and he like needs to like coach a basketball team or something to like make him happy again. The whole movie is just like Ben Affleck like actually like dealing with his alcoholism the whole time, so he's just like stressed and upset the whole movie. And like some of the scenes are just like laughably like just overtly sad. Like he like goes to like a baseball game for like another kid that had cancer. There's like a support group for the kid, and they're like, the parents are like, "Oh, you remember Timmy's dad, right?" And the kid's like, "No," and then Ben Affleck's
God.
like, "Oh, it's fine, it's whatever." And he just goes back to drinking and is depressed. Again.
Oh, it's like so far leaning into sadness that it's comical again.
yeah.
Mm.
And it's Ben Affleck, so it's just like, man,
I love Ben Affleck.
it's like Batman.
You know, I got to give Ben Affleck a lot of like credit, especially recently. Have you heard him speak Spanish?
No.
He's incredible at speaking Spanish. He's better than I am.
His wife is
J-Lo. Yeah.
He should be a Minecraft
you.
streamer.
I agree. That's what I was about to say next, is that Ben Affleck should be a Minecraft streamer.
Yeah, he needs to do that if he can speak Spanish. That's like the next frontier of Minecraft streaming, I heard.
Oh yeah, Spanish Minecraft, right?
Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't what was it, Dream announced like the SMP where it's just like multi-language or something like that?
Yeah, well, Quackity did it.
Oh, was it Quackity?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it was Quackity, and then Dream also did it.
Okay, cool.
I'm also going to announce my own coming up here soon.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
cooking
got an
something.
SMP. I'm gonna call it SMPP. I only have the
Ooh,
name down.
okay, that's
Otherwise,
gonna
like
be good.
it's just all. I don't know. I had to steal ideas like very quietly from the other SMPs.
I was going to call mine SSMMPP.
Ooh. Okay. I kind of like Peter's idea better, but
Yeah,
that works
yours
too.
doesn't really roll off the tongue like mine does. SMPP.
It takes a bigger brain.
Yeah,
Kind of get where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
maybe
it's just-
so. Maybe we'll catch up.
Very few people with big brains like that. I don't know if it'll catch on though. You know. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, I hate Minecraft. I hope it ends.
Whoa.
The game gets deleted.
You actually hate Minecraft?
I really do. I think that like the game is dumb now. The updates are all stupid. They just add like dumb things that like 12-year-olds modded into the game like 10 years ago.
Like Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, like Dungeons and Dragons. Or like they did this whole thing where like they added like archaeology to the game. It's like, oh, now you can like dust the sand and like find fossils. I'm like, why the hell do I care about doing that in Minecraft? Like I want to build a house, dude. Or I want to like kill zombies.
If you could edit anything to like base Minecraft, what would it be? Like whether it be features or just like, you know, quality of life stuff.
I literally I would just take away things. I would just take away things until it was like beta 1.8.
Oh,
Like
was
how
that
it
one
was
of
in
the
like
purest?
back in like 2009. That I think was the most pure form of the game.
God, that game has been around fucking ever.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy? I'm really about to like show my true colors here. I've never like played Minecraft.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like I have it and I've like loaded into it, but I don't like get it. I've probably walked around once,
good.
died, and then it said,
No, that's really good. Like once you become like a streamer, you'll be able to get a lot of viewers being like first time Minecraft, and then
Yeah, that'll be a bangers. I haven't
Be
done
good.
like the solo Ender Dragon run yet.
oh yeah, that's
One
an
of these
easy one.
days.
That's an easy like content farm there.
Yeah, I'll pop that capsule, and then once I do that, I'll do hardcore solo.
Do a little
Mm.
speed running,
and then
Yeah.
speed run after, yeah.
Yeah,
Natural progression.
yeah.
I'll just have like a rivalry with one other content creator also, and then we'll just like beat each other's times,
Good.
and that'll just be a content farm in perpetuity.
You're just leaking like all the
Yeah,
direct
that's true.
paths to success here. This is
Yeah.
why people
Yeah.
listen to Boomers.
And then I learned Spanish in the meantime.
and then
There-
so now you got it.
While you're doing speed running, like you're also doing Duolingo at the
You know,
same time.
Mhm.
I didn't know that Japan also has like quite. I mean, I think they also love Minecraft over there.
Yeah, there's a
Ooh.
niche for it. Funny enough, like at the beginning of the pandemic, when Animal Crossing came out,
Mm.
I had a big boost in viewership around that. I think most people did, but especially for me, Animal Crossing, just because I did weird stuff on the game. But like, there was this Japanese YouTuber who would take clips of like me, Mizkif, and Pokey, and Clint Stevens, I think, and he would. Like, he was very wholesome and nice, and he would just message us, like, I'm using your clip for Japanese audience. Like, is it okay? And we're like, yeah, of course. And he would post them, and they would go, like, super viral over there because he just put subtitles under it. But anyway, all of the like, I Google Translate the comments, and they're all, like, super nice. They're like, oh, we love the American Animal Crossing players. I was like, oh, my God.
That is actually so wholesome.
That's
Yeah,
very
he's a
wholesome.
wholesome guy.
Yeah, I was just surprised because when I went to Japan, like I think every 10th gacha machine or like crane game had like Minecraft shit in it, and I was just like, oh, like I didn't realize that they fucking love Minecraft over here. So
Yeah.
like,
that's
maybe
why
that's
he
the
got
new
in,
frontier.
that's why he got in Smash Bros. Because it was popular over there, too.
Oh, that is a good point.
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
That's why the only DLC characters are only characters that people in Japan recognize or weebs.
Is it all? Wait, actually, yeah, I guess so.
The
huh?
DLC was a whole thing.
Yeah, no wonder
Yeah.
Master Chief never made it.
That was a tragedy.
You know,
Didn't make it.
I am pretty like, you know, I will say I'm a little peeved that Master Chief didn't get in. Yeah.
You got robbed.
I'll say that. However, I will say I was so hyped for Sora.
Yes.
Sora, I'll give past to. Sora's fine, right? Sora's okay. But however, how are you gonna add Sora to the game and then not put like Donald and Goofy as like a taunt? I get that there's rights issues.
Yeah.
But like they have like the Mickey Mouse keychain.
I feel like that even
Wait,
cost
I thought they got rid of
Yeah.
the Mickey Mouse. No, it's still
No,
in it?
it's in there.
It's on there.
Because I remember, like, for his like ultimate move, they removed like the references to Donald and Goofy
Right.
from like the stained glass.
Yeah, it's just like Disney just being like, yeah, you can absolutely cannot use any of our characters in a fighting game. We'll allow Sora, but you're gonna have to pay like a pretty penny, even just like for that little keychain.
Yeah, I bet the keychain cost quite a fucking bit.
Yeah, Nintendo had to probably do like a lot to make that happen.
You know what makes me so sad is I actually hate playing Sora.
Oh yeah,
he's
I don't-
weird to
not
play.
great.
Yeah, like
He's
he
really
just feels
floaty.
really bad.
I was just so hyped for him.
Yeah, me too.
I shaved my head for him.
Oh,
Okay,
That's like
why
how-
did you do that?
how did that?
That's how I originally
Why-
like got my big viewership.
Oh, you shaved your head for Sora?
Yeah. So
was
I
it like a if Sora gets announced, I'll shave my head?
Yeah, I had been saying for years, like every single time that there was going to be an announcement or like a Nintendo Direct, I was like, hey, I'm going to keep saying this because I don't believe it's ever going to happen that Disney would allow Sora to go into Smash. And then it finally did happen. And then everyone, like I clipped it, put it up on TikTok. I did not expect it to like go any sort of viral whatsoever. Ended up going viral. And then for like weeks, almost like months, up until Sora released, people were like, when are you shaving your head? When are you shaving your head? And then I finally did it. And then I grew it back.
Nice.
There you
You're
go.
very lucky it grew back.
Yeah.
You know, I realized that there is like a percentage of men that if they were to like shave their heads, their hair will not grow back the same.
True. I mean, I think I definitely like lost like a good amount of like my true hair, you know, back then. But I pulled it off, I'm going to say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think, wait, when did you shave your head?
Like
Like what time, when was Sora?
Sora was 2021,
No, it would've
2022, 2021.
It was either 19 or 20. It wasn't 21, I don't think.
It was
Maybe
the
it
year
was-
before last. So
Oh, was it 2021?
Maybe.
maybe it's 20.
Listen, man,
I don't
ever
know.
since COVID, like my perception of time has been completely
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, those 2 years were just like not.
The fact
and a
that
half years,
2013
3 years.
was 10 years ago is depressing. Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
to think about that
Yeah.
ever.
I'm glad we got into Smash Bros. Talk. This is where I thrive.
Oh, this is
This-
I love Super.
Wait, what
I've got a
character would you
crazy-
add to Smash Bros? If it were without
Master Chief.
instead of Master like second to Master Chief?
Ooh.
I mean, like personal ones or like who I think should like actually
Personal.
be in.
Let's do both.
You gotta give me a second. You go first.
I really wanted Zero from Mega Man X.
Yeah.
I think Zero would have been like a great addition to
Mhm.
Super Smash Bros. And then if I had to pick one like completely out of left field, I think I'd do like Kratos or something.
Kratos.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kratos
yeah.
would be
Get like a
pretty
Sony
cool.
rep in there.
You remember when Sony did their fucking like
Ugh.
brawler like battle like
Yeah,
hero
it's
battler
awful.
Yeah.
and
It's
then
crazy to me they haven't tried that again and like tried to just make Melee.
in like the PS5 era?
Seriously.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
it's crazy to me because like there's such a market and no one has tapped into it.
Well, actually, I
Well,
feel
people
like
have,
they
but, like,
probably saw
failed.
Nickelodeon fail, and then they
Yeah.
saw also Multiverses. That game kind of died too, right?
It lost
Yeah.
99% of its player base, and then they just announced like 2
They're
weeks
shutting
ago
the game down for a year.
shutting the game down for a year. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
was
because it was in beta. It was,
Oh.
and so
Which
no,
I feel like wasn't really communicated.
no.
I had no idea.
No,
that
you
was
could
a beta.
buy the
I thought it was
game. You
I
could-
thought it was just
yeah.
out. Like people were
Yeah.
charging for it. Like what the fuck?
It is pretty crazy that like you could buy like I had the $100 edition that
Wow.
like gave you like the like title card. You spent that money to like get that, and then now the game's
And
gone
they
for
shut
a year.
it down
And
for
they
a
shut it
year.
down,
Like
yeah.
you can't even play it offline.
I think you can play it offline if
Yeah.
you have it downloaded.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't even download the game.
Mm-mm.
That's what I heard.
What is
You
that
can only
legal?
play it
That doesn't
locally.
seem legal.
No, it's true. It's
true.
bizarre.
What the?
It is.
fuck?
It is weird. I mean, they locked themselves into a corner the second I heard about it when they were like marketing it as like 2v2. Like-
Absolutely.
Like I'm like, okay, doubles is cool, but it's never gonna be able to like be like the defining factor of a game.
Yeah.
It's
Like you
not
need to make the
sustainable.
1v1s good.
yeah.
Like every
You-
character I'd play was like, oh, like half their mechanics only work in doubles.
Yeah. You underestimate how few people have friends,
That's
or how
true.
many people have friends.
Exactly.
Sorry.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Maybe I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But let's go back.
Oh yeah, I wanted.
Yeah.
I derailed. Like so, what Smash characters?
So
both
who
personal
should
and
be in?
yeah, both.
Well, I think this is kind of both. I think Shadow should have been in absolutely. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it makes no sense. Like they did like the clone characters.
Mhm.
They had Ryu and Ken. They had Simon and Richter.
Or like even like Knuckles.
Yeah,
Knuckles would've been
yeah. I mean, sure, Knuckles too, but like Shadow would have been so easy to put in.
Makes sense.
It just
With a
takes so
gun.
much. Yeah, with a gun. Exactly, with a gun.
Dude,
he needs
they
his gun.
totally should because Shadow has a fucking gun,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. He's
They had a whole
he
game
has
where
it
he
on him.
just like
Yeah,
He was awesome, by the way.
That game is,
Yeah.
dude. Honestly, those like the Dreamcast gen of like Sonic games were.
That was
fucking sick.
GameCube. GameCube was Shadow.
yeah.
Oh, it was GameCube Shadow.
GameCube
Yeah, it was
what
like
was on
the next gen.
Dreamcast?
That was Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I
1 and 2, and then it got re-released on GameCube as Sonic Adventure 2 Battle
think. Yep.
I got my timeline fucked up. Is Dreamcast before or after GameCube?
before.
Before.
Okay.
Oh, what characters would you add?
I'm very biased.
Okay.
I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. I know that there is Cloud and Sephiroth,
Yeah.
but I wanted like Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, or like even like the summons from the games would have been fucking dope. Like Shiva, or I know we're this.
Well, I'm just saying.
Favorite Pokemon is Vaporeon.
No,
too,
it is
this
not.
guy.
Absolutely not. No. First of all, my favorite Pokemon is Arcanine. So
solid pick.
Yeah, I know it is.
You're a little defensive though, buddy.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Okay, but like I was thinking, like, man, I like the main characters of like the Final Fantasy games, like Tidus or Squall, but like I think having Auron would have been cool too, as like a heavier sword character, or even like having Yuna be those summoner that summons in like people and shit. I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential for different Final Fantasy characters as opposed to just Cloud and Sephiroth. But the Cloud and Sephiroth are solid picks.
Yeah, I agree.
I think who I would like want, and I think probably deserves it too, would be like Captain Toad from like the Captain Toad game.
Oh yeah.
The fact that a Toad isn't playable was kind of crazy to me.
That is a little weird.
Waluigi too. I mean, I don't like love Waluigi, but I think that like you could give Waluigi like a Mario Party, Mario Kart moveset, because that's not really in a moveset currently.
I think Waluigi was introduced in a tennis game, so I feel like more tennis moves would have
There's
been.
a lot of lore behind that. It was made by Camelot.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Camelot.
So,
Golden Sun.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Miyamoto didn't design Waluigi, and word on the street is that he hates Waluigi. And that's why any media made by Miyamoto does not have Waluigi in it, because he hates him.
Ooh, what
He hates like tall, skinny kings, huh?
He does.
It's fucked up.
That's kind of messed up, Miyamoto.
Yeah.
You should get canceled for that.
That is true.
Yeah.
A little skinny phobic. Or
Miyamoto getting canceled would be
thing?
like the most like implosive Twitter has ever been. Like you have the Nintendo kids like losing their mind trying to like get around it.
Yeah.
And
But no, you don't understand.
It's like, no, Miyamoto did like rob that gas station.
Yeah.
He did do that.
Connor saw it himself.
I have footage. It's real.
Did you guys see the Mario movie?
I did.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
I liked it.
I like it.
mean, I wouldn't argue that it's a good movie. It's a good kids movie.
Yeah.
100%.
It's definitely not like universally likable the same way like Puss in Boots, the new Puss in Boots movie is.
Yeah, that was good.
That one's a really good movie.
Yeah.
It is visually one of the best looking like animated VFX movies that I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I haven't seen the new Avatar movie, to be fair. I heard that movie's gorgeous, but
Yeah.
Well, that's not really a comparison, I think.
yeah, that's fair.
It's like live action.
But the movie's very pretty.
Mhm.
The music that they use when it comes to like original like the original like instrumental versions of like Mario music is great.
I was fine with like the popular music too. Like I didn't really care.
Some of the choices.
That was fine.
You know, I feel like they added in a lot of like these 80s like songs. Like I know they had like Take On Me during one of the scenes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like this is just for the parents
That
who
was
brought their...
that was the Illumination executives being like, well, trust me, we know the parents are going to get bored here. You need Take On Me.
Yeah.
And put it in.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter that like there was a whole track cut that was like a Donkey Kong Country song. And I thought it was just people like fan theorizing that it would go here. But then they put it to the scene and it was like, no, this song was orchestrated for this scene, like beat by beat, and it was removed and replaced with Take On Me, I guess towards the end, which is pretty funny.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that you told me that and I know that because that would have been so much better if it had the DK rap. Like, what the fuck, man?
They didn't even credit the guy who made the DK rap in the movie.
Whoa.
That's awful. I hate that.
This is
crazy.
literally how we cancel Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah, it's Miyamoto's fault.
We got him. We got him.
Did you guys ever play DK, what the bongo game?
Congo Beat?
Ooh, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, I think.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. That game was fucking dope.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
I played it all the time at my local GameStop.
Oh,
like on the little like
shit.
kiosk.
Yep.
Damn, GameStop has also been around for quite a bit now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Very long time.
was GameStop around like during the Blockbuster era?
Yeah, I think
Yeah?
so.
Yeah,
There was
part of
also, I feel like no one else has talked about this other big franchise game store, EB Games.
They got bought
You don't
out.
know about
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, they
Did it?
bought them.
Okay, I was wondering, so I was like, you know, kind of like similar vibes, but I never really knew what happened to them.
I only saw one EB Games ever. It was in like my local mall in like Northridge,
Yeah.
and it got replaced by a GameStop. So that would make sense. That would track.
You know, like Reggie Fils-Aimé from Nintendo was like the face of Nintendo America for a while.
Yeah.
And he left and he became a GameStop exec like 2 months before like everybody bought the company and inflated its value by like 1,000%.
Yeah.
He's just so rich now. Like he like
Good
this,
for him.
and he got out like right after that too. Sold his stake. I was like, wow.
Wow.
That's
Genius.
ridiculous.
Those are real business moves.
Like he must be so rich now.
I bet.
I follow him on Twitter, and he's like still just a guy. Like a couple weeks ago, he just started tweeting like, "Yep, that's it with Delta Airlines. Like, I'm tired of Delta," and he kept adding them and being like, "How you gonna cancel my flight?" And everybody was replying like, "Hi, Reggie, I love your games." Like, no one cared about like the flight at all, and he was just pissed on Twitter.
That reminds me of like old Facebook when like
Yeah.
people didn't know what to do with the Facebook status, and they would just like post like, "Had a sandwich today. It was pretty good," and then like someone would reply like, "Me too. I had a sandwich." It's just like just the most pure conversation possible.
Simpler
I missed out on
times.
most of Facebook. That was like the first social media I had was Instagram, like right kind of when it came out, and then I got a Facebook because I think like a friend had it, and at that point it was already kind of on its way out for younger people. It was like,
That's depressing to me.
Yeah.
that makes you feel a little.
but like
old.
I didn't like completely miss out on like everything because like when I was a lot younger, I did like MySpace.
Yeah.
So like
okay.
I just kind of like ignored Facebook for the most part.
Gotcha.
Like I missed out.
Yeah. I don't know. I know Facebook is still really popular in other parts of the world. I feel like it's kind of dying in the US, at least for the younger market. But like,
Yeah.
I want to say like Southeast Asia, Facebook is like the social media platform, or like maybe like Korea. I don't remember where, but I feel like Facebook is. I will check Facebook and it's just depressing. It's just like people updating about how they're having their 6th kid,
Yeah. 100%. It's weird.
or
Yeah.
how I don't know. I think a lot of people I knew growing up are like dabbling in content creation now. Like they're doing their own like, "Oh, this is what I ate today," and they like post like a TikTok format.
It's the
thing.
gold rush, dude.
I'm just like, damn, dude. Like everyone's a content creator nowadays. Good for you.
I feel like a lot of these platforms, especially Instagram, they have these tools now to like make that content creation that much easier, which is like I think it is interesting that people are diving into it when they're, at least in my opinion, was like such a hindrance to like make content. It's like, oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it because it'll
Yeah.
make everybody mentally ill faster, and then hopefully we'll find a solution. Because the more our lives are products that we consume and release for each other, the more everybody will become broken shells of themselves.
I'm liking seeing this, like the real you, the nihilistic side of you, and just like the collapse of society is like kind of what you want to.
I don't think society is going to collapse, but internally, yes.
But you want it
Most
to.
people. No. I'd rather not collapse. I think we benefit from it being together.
Wow, I've never heard faker words come out of your mouth.
That's true. It's true, man. It's
It's all
true.
lies.
That's big government speaking through Connor.
Oh,
Big
you know
society.
what? Sorry,
Yep.
totally random, and something I wanted to talk about, or like something we were talking about like 15 minutes ago. Mega Man Battle Network, Mega Man Smash.
Yes.
Middleman Battle.
Megaman.exe.
I didn't play that one because it's a nerd game. It's like turn-based strategy or something. So.
I'm gonna fucking.
It's an
Can
action
I fight
RPG.
podcast
The only
guests?
turn-based strategy.
Is that okay?
Only turn-based strategy game you need is Pokemon. Anything beyond that is like, come on, man.
Pokemon is trash. We
get a
already
job.
discussed this though.
Well, yeah, but it's like the character designs are good.
Oh.
I will say
well,
that about Pokemon Violet is that I think it had the best new Pokemon of like the past couple generations.
I agree. Well,
Yeah.
except for the starters. I hated the starters.
Starters were terrible.
Yeah.
like
I'll
but they
skip
ruin
on that.
all. You can't expect them to do a good job with a 3-stage line. You just can't.
Yeah.
There's no. You cannot strike gold with those people 3 times in a row. They're gonna screw it up.
That's fair.
Yeah, they can't do starters
I'm
anymore.
trying to remember the last time I liked the starters and like all the evolutions.
I like the last one that I thought was good was Greninja in Gen 6. But then he like absorbed the life essence of the other starters to make them the worst possible.
Who are the ones along with
It was Finnegan who became like a witch fox.
So weird.
that one was for the
Ugly
pervert,
Pokemon.
100%.
Yeah, perverts really like that Pokemon.
Okay.
But all us normal people were like, what the hell happened? And
Is that the one
then
with Grookey or is that a different one?
that's a different one.
Different one.
And then they had Chespin in that one too.
Chespin.
Chespin could have been
had
great.
so much potential.
Did have potential and they ruined him.
Okay.
God.
I was a Chessman starter, I will say. And then when I beat the game, it was my first ever time hatching a shiny Chespin.
You kept them.
You got the brown hat?
Surely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You didn't evolve them.
Oh,
Don't tell me you evolved them.
Oops.
Oh god, that's a shame. Value gone immediately.
Well, to be fair, it was a 5 perfect IV Pokemon.
You just
game.
stick
Okay, in that
you-
generation, it was really easy
You
to
stick
do.
to the little league, man. I don't need. It's
if
still
I
don't need to
remember
do that.
correctly.
It was. And I was in college. I was just like, what am I doing?
No, same. That generation was the first
Yeah.
generation where I actually bred Pokemon. And then I was like, I didn't know what shiny Greninja looked like. And when it came out all black with the red, and I was just like, oh, man.
It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's crazy is they don't
that's
have that
crazy.
color option in Smash. They don't give
Dang.
any of the Pokemon their shiny options as color palettes.
God.
Yeah.
Those,
What are they
those
doing?
fuckers,
What are they
man.
doing at Nintendo?
I could not tell you.
Cancel the whole
I
company.
could not
Just
tell
kidding.
you.
Yo,
I am like I said this with full confidence, and people are like, come on, Connor, I could run that company better than them. I totally could. I could make more money for them. I could make better decisions. I would be the best.
Connor for Nintendo.
I would do it. You should vote for me.
I'm down, dude.
Get the hashtag going.
Can you be the new Reggie?
I'm down.
And also complain about like United Airlines on your Twitter.
Reggie didn't do anything. Like his only job was like Nintendo of America, which is like just a puppet company designed to like sell Nintendo Japan products.
What a shame you weren't born Japanese so you could be part of the original Nintendo.
Exactly. All he did was like release the products here. I'm pretty sure his only job was like naming things. So not really a good look with the Wii U and then like the new Nintendo 3DS. That was a big mistake by him.
The fucking naming conventions they have over there, man. Like even with like the Kingdom Hearts series. I mean, and Metal Gear. Wait, no, not Metal Gear. What am I thinking?
Metal Gear's pretty.
Metal Gear's pretty normal. I think there's another series I forget where like the naming conventions are like fucked up.
Oh, I know.
Someone in the comments, you could please tell me.
There's a bunch of them.
Game has a fucked up naming convention.
There's a lot of fighting games that do that too.
Oh yeah, a lot of fighting games.
Guilty Gear, XR.
Xrd, Third Strike, or whatever.
That's a good looking game, though. Gotta say,
the game does look good.
Cool.
I don't even care for anime, and like I watched that, like the tournament. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good.
Dang.
Yeah.
I just want like a true Pokemon MMO, but like I don't know.
They won't do it.
They won't.
I don't mean to talk about illegal things, but have you guys played like the Poke MMO ROM? Like,
that's the thing. I haven't gotten into it.
No, I haven't tried it yet.
I've tried it a bit.
I have a good friend who spent a lot of time playing the Poke MMO. Like that you put a fire red ROM into and you just like, it's an MMO with other people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. God damn it. Everything we want is like made by other people, but illegally.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't.
It has to be like part of their business strategy is to like not do things people want and have some sort of like number system that tells them that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But some of it is just insane to me.
Yeah.
Like the amount of like, Smash Bros is still the craziest to me. I bet like you have like Melee, like every one of the most perfect games, and they just don't even like
100%
do anything with it, support the scene at all, like make the new games comparable at all. Like it's appalling.
Dude, that Panda Global controversy
it's so funny.
Was something.
It's so like it's so the incompetence all around is hilarious. Because then you get to the meat of that story, which is that like the Panda guy just like genuinely thought Nintendo had good intentions and could like help out when everybody who knew anything about Smash over the years is like, no, they keep them far away.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
I do feel like a lot of what Nintendo does is purely out of spite. Like they know that it's like a good business move to like support the scene or like be like it's like a good like image for your brand. Yeah. But like there's like, but we fucking hate them. So why would we do that?
No, they hate
fucking
their fans.
Those guys.
They hate their fans. They're like a Minecraft streamer. They're secretly behind the scenes. They're like, I can't stand this.
Finally, someone really addresses the hard, straight facts right there.
Yeah.
I think they just don't like the fact that someone else came up with these like great ideas, and they're just like, we didn't do it.
It must be frustrating, like seeing everybody and like their mother like come up with better ideas than them on like a constant basis.
Yeah,
I do feel like a lot of the times they're on like the cusp of a great idea, and then they just like completely fucking ruin
all the time.
It, you know,
all the time.
It's just like, oh wow, it's so close to being perfect.
Yep.
You know, like when I saw Animal Crossing like New Horizons, I was like, wow, this is a great game. Too bad their implementation of multiplayer is like some of the most dog shit I've ever seen in my. It's like they hate the idea of people playing together on the internet.
They really do.
Fucking hate it.
Well, they did. That was their stance for a minute. Was like, it's better to play games together in person. And then once like society caught up, they're like, okay, well now we'll try. And then they have friend codes still and things like that.
Yeah, and I love that Niantic adopted that model. I don't know if you heard about.
I think it's like a virus. I think like if you work in adjacent to like the Pokemon brand, like your collective like IQ drops, and you just don't know what to do. Like
bro,
you
they
lose
actually
your talent.
released the most unpopular update to Pokemon Go that has ever released. I don't know if you guys follow Pokemon Go at all, but like essentially during COVID, they made it so that you could do raids remotely.
That's right. Yeah.
Like they're called remote raid passes that you pay for, and then you could just raid from like further away. Like one person has to like host the raid in person, but then you could invite people remotely, and they could raid from further away. Like the downside was, I think like you do less damage or something like that. But generally, that was like a trivial change, and like you could just do that as much as you want, and like people loved that change because like it was for COVID. It was for a time when people weren't like really out and about. Yeah. And people loved the change. It was great. Especially like for people with like disabilities or like the inability or like they lived in rural areas where there's no fucking raids ever around them. But then recently they announced a change where there was a cap to how many raids you could do with a remote raid pass per day. It used to be unlimited, and then they made the cap 5. And then on top of that, they increased the price of the remote raid pass to almost double the price.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
And I think they just wanted to promote people going outside again and playing in person. Like, as if it was like 2012, 2013 when originally it released.
Who are you working for? Like, what are you gaining from that?
Yeah, like,
I was just thinking that.
No, because they just have this concept of how the game should be played, and they hated the idea that people were just playing from home or from work.
Right. They want everybody to be like, be playing the game from like their like local park in San Francisco instead of like, you know, the guy who lives in Missouri who like works 9 to 5 and then wants to catch a Pokemon.
Yeah. So the devs are like thinking like, yes, this is great. This guy will be like, oh, I can't do remote raids anymore. You know what? I'll just go outside and raid in real life by myself.
That ain't happening.
Who's paying them? Is it like big parks?
Yeah.
The people who
the national parks.
I don't know.
The National
but what I
Parks
fucking did
Association.
was I uninstalled the fucking game. I was like, yeah, I don't have time for this shit. I'm not gonna go out in public. I was paying
You
guys
actually
money so
uninstalled?
I could raid from home, and now I'm not gonna give you any money and then uninstall instead. Is that what you wanted?
You uninstalled
fucking
the game?
idiots? I uninstalled the game.
That's such a boomer thing. See, those Zoomers don't do that, right?
I haven't uninstalled anything in so long.
I'll be like, I don't like this brand. You gotta stop.
That's
that.
the most
People not uninstall.
I don't
shit from their
uninstall.
phones. I uninstall shit all the time.
I have like
That's
probably
crazy.
20 pages. Not now. It's like 5.
Wait,
Like,
that's crazy. People don't uninstall. Is that a boomer thing to uninstall?
I just don't
I
let
do,
it update.
so
Wait, how old are you again?
32.
Fucking bitch.
Uh-oh.
We are.
I'm not
It ain't
helping
looking
the
good
case.
for you, man.
I just
Logan,
don't
did
update.
you uninstall shit from your phone?
Yeah, all the time.
Wait, how old are you again?
No, well, he counts
Does he count?
as a
Tanner?
Zoomer with us, actually.
Every once in a while. I think if it's like a thing that I only needed for that one time and I know that I'm not going to use it more than once, then sure, I'll like install, then uninstall. But if it's like been more than like a week, it's there.
For me, it's just like when I see it, I get sad. I'm like, oh, fuck you. And so I do have spite. Fuck. I didn't realize that this was such like a foreign thing to do, to uninstall shit that you don't use anymore.
I don't like do it intentionally. Like I don't uninstall things unintentionally. You know what I mean? It's like it's just there, and I'm too lazy to like hold down the thing, wait for it to do a little shake, and then I press the button.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
All right,
I
I'm
just
gonna be
meant it
fucking
as like
for
a
real here.
protest.
I'm gonna tell you why I uninstall apps from my phone. Because I'm too lazy to go into notifications and turn them off, like the push notifications.
That's fair.
Oh yeah.
So it's easier
That's
for me
fair.
to
That's
just
real.
uninstall the game as opposed to turning off push notifications, especially if it's for something I stopped using.
I get
real.
way too many push notifications.
Maybe that's the real boomer shit.
Mhm.
Do you guys turn off push notifications for shit that...
No,
I like any app like immediately asks me to like rate it on the App Store. No. You want to turn
Yeah.
notifications? No.
I've
Can
never
we track
rated
you?
anybody.
No.
Wait, okay, so... oh, shit, you're right. It does ask... Dude, oh my God. But when it asks me if I want to have push notifications on, I just spam that shit and I'm like not paying it. Oh, so this is a self-inflicted
You just
wound.
got to start spamming no on things
I'm
instead
just
of
a
yes.
fucking dumbass. Because sometimes you like want to be okay. Like for example, I got annoyed because I was spamming no, but it turns out my phone was asking me if I could use my camera to go through like my photo album.
What are you downloading?
Oh no, this is just like my native camera. Or no, not my native camera. It's like Discord, right?
Oh, okay.
And it's asking, oh, can we look through your photos? And then I press no out of default. And now I have to go through the fucking settings and be like, no, I actually do want you to see my photos. God fucking damn it.
Right. But isn't the problem now lesser if like, so think of notifications. Instead of having a ton of notifications now it's like, oh, I do want notifications from this app. So that time you go to the settings to turn it on.
Yes, Connor, you're right. I'm just a dumbass, okay? I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
No, I know. I'm just like furthering that point for you.
I'm like teetering that line, not in thinking that you're a dumbass, but
I will
would
say though,
never.
this whole predicament has reminded me of a story that happened semi-recently. In that, I'm not sure if I don't think I've talked about this. I lost my phone. I went to Magic Mountain with like 39 DAF and like just a group of friends, and my phone fucking fell out of my pocket on one of the rides, which has never happened before. It was specifically the ride X2 at Magic Mountain. And there's a part of the ride where like you're flipped upside down, but the ride is also going up at the same time. So like gravity is like working against you and you're also upside down. And that's like when I literally heard my phone slide out of my pocket and dunk against the side of the ride. It's like, fuck. So I get a new phone, but I need to activate it. So I go to the Verizon store and he's just like, okay, can you just double check that your phone like synced with like your cloud storage? I was like, sure. And I opened the album in front of him and the last photos by the way, like the last time it synced was in December, so it's like missing like 3 months of content. But it just so happened that the last time it synced was when I did my fucking bunny girl cosplay on stream, and I took a bunch of fucking photos for it. So the first thing that this Verizon employee sees is me wearing a fucking red bunny girl costume with full fucking makeup and bunny ears and shit, like posing on the bed. He doesn't say shit. He's like, "Yep, looks like it's synced," and I'm just like, "Yep," and I just fucking close the phone immediately, and I want to fucking die. Anyway, sorry, just thinking about all like the permissions of the photos and shit.
You can't show your face in the Verizon store.
Not that particular Verizon store, but I gotta say he kept it really together because right after he's like, by the way, we do have an internet package if you're interested. Like he's full on professionalism, like as if he sees like worse shit every single day.
Gotta make that sale.
Like, well, this guy works online.
Yeah,
he's gonna need the internet.
He tried to make that sale, but he didn't. I'm sorry, he didn't. Like he maybe he thought he had leverage over me with that situation and thought he could get that sale, but he did not. Yeah,
classic Verizon salesman.
God, this one went a little more off the rails than I thought it would, to be honest. But anyway, that's actually, we're already up on time. That's
wow.
That's
Hollow
it,
Knight.
right
Hollow
there.
Knight is who I went in Smash.
Hollow Knight.
That's the one.
Yeah,
that is a banger suggestion, actually.
Hey, Silk Song, am I right?
Yeah, it'll come out in one
Wait,
day.
I'm surprised that Shovel Knight also didn't. I feel like
Shovel
Shovel
Knight's
Knight would
He's
have
an
looked
assist
good.
trophy.
True.
That's true. There are a lot of. Do you hate that? Like when they fucking introduce like a character as an assist trophy, but you actually want them to be in the actual game?
Oh, of course I hate it.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't get, sorry, like this guy couldn't get in. Here's like Fire Emblem Protagonist 5. Like, enjoy.
Hey, I like Fire Emblem Protagonist.
This one has
6
her
through
shoes
9.
off on default. Enjoy.
Here's Marth again.
Yeah. This is
Marth
5.
with longer hair.
I'm a fan of Marth with longer hair.
You are?
Yeah.
They're cool. All you need for Fire Emblem is Marth and Roy, and maybe Lucina, who's longer-haired Marth.
You don't like Belveth?
Byleth?
Belveth.
Oh, Byleth?
Belveth would go crazy.
Belveth?
Legends.
Oh, shit.
Same thing.
That's the
I'm
new
mixing up
character.
my sexy women.
Byleth was
Alright,
crazy because Byleth was like, I thought it was a shoe and that they do Monster Hunter as DLC.
Bro, don't,
Oh,
I thought it
don't
was
make
a
me
shoe.
sad.
Right.
And then because they had the Rathalos as the boss in the campaign, I was like, oh, so there'll be DLC. And then they made Byleth in the game, who has literally 1-for-1 what the Monster Hunter moveset would be. And then they just, they're like, oh, it's Byleth.
okay. The more I think about it, the more I'm depressed.
Dang.
He actually is like 1-for-1, could have had all the moves from Byleth.
Literally, it's a Monster Hunter moveset, is what it is.
I wonder if they were like working on a Monster Hunter character and then.
No, yeah. And then like,
But that wouldn't make sense either, because like Capcom makes it, right?
Yeah, Capcom makes
Yeah,
Monster.
so Capcom still got DLC characters.
I don't know.
Did they get any?
Didn't they? Who was it?
Wait, did they get DLC characters?
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
The only Capcom characters I can think of are
Mega Man.
Street Fighter,
And Street Fighter, yeah.
Ryu,
Yeah.
Ken, Mega Man.
No, Fatal Fury is SNK.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm
Yeah.
just spreading misinformation on the Peter Part podcast.
That's all we do around here, man.
Yeah.
All we do around here. All right, thank you so much for joining us. I had a great time. Connor and Adrian, do you guys have any upcoming projects? Anything you want to shout out?
I probably should have projects, but maybe someday I'll work on something.
Okay.
But I stream. I have YouTube that uploads my streams.
Where can we find you? For
ConnorEatsPants on everything.
On everything?
Connor with an O.
Okay.
2 N's. If you spell it wrong, you can probably still find me.
Wait, is there another way to spell Connor?
With an E, yeah.
Oh.
With
Wait,
Yeah.
that feels wrong to
with
me.
does
one
go
or
wrong.
2 N's.
I've never met a good Connor with an E. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all bad. Fuck you, Connor with an E.
Yeah.
Range.
The evil Connors.
No, they are evil.
Yeah. What about you, Adrian?
Man, I really hate to like shill again for like Juvee, but I this is my job. So hey, you can use code ADROID for 10% off on drinkjuvee.com. But I'm also like I said, the world's smallest content creator. I am on Twitch, Twitter, and I'm on Twitch at @adroid_, and then Twitter and TikTok on adroidIRL.
Adroid is ADROID?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Perfect. You know where to find me as well. Thank you so much. Go ahead and follow them and watch their shit. It's dope. And help Adrian keep his job. All right. And we'll catch you guys later.
Cool.
Peace.